going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 Pennzoil 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series has the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The 2.5-mile racetrack known as one of the most historic speedways in NASCAR and motorsports history in general, that of course hosts the Indy 500. The last time we ran the Xfinity Series race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we saw Riley Herbst pick up a second career victory in his first win of 2024. He will not be back this time around, as of course will be getting full time in the NASCAR Cup Series throughout the remainder of this year with 2311 Racing and being teammates of Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is certainly looking interesting. It's going to be 88 degrees high with 76 degrees as they low with a 25% chance of rain with showers in the area. The weather can change over the course of the next couple of days, though, but there's talk of weather being a major factor for the weekend. So it definitely will be something to keep your eyes out on as we get through the weekend at Indianapolis. I'd be prepared. We might have some delays, and we could have some postponements this weekend, and this race could get postponed to a later date in 2025. So now, let's finally go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who I won't think will have pace and speed. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run, who I think will have a really good run this weekend, who are really good at this type of track. And I do my winners pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall. And instead of 4 drivers you need to watch out for this weekend, I got 5 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's just jump into picks. Here are my suck picks for the 2025 Pennzoil 250. My first suck pick for this week in Indianapolis Motor Speedway is the driver of the 8 car for Junior Motorsports, Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith kind of struggled at a track very similar to this, that being Pocono Raceway, and if I remember correctly last year, Sammy Smith in the same car was not really that great in this event. And I feel like this 18, while they started this year off really strong, they've been unfortunately kind of floundering in recent weeks. And I just really don't trust the A team currently at the moment right now. Their teammates are outperforming them on a week-by-week basis. I just haven't seen the same consistent speed out of the A team as I've seen from like the 88 and 7 in recent weeks. So I think, unfortunately, for Sammy Smith, I think it's going to be a struggle. I don't think he will be a major factor this weekend at Indianapolis. My second suck pick for this week in Indianapolis Motor Speedway is the driver 32 car for Jordan Anderson Racing, Catherine Lake. The last couple races, this 32 cars actually run pretty solidly. Austin Green had a really good run in this car, and Raj Groove actually ran inside the top 20 in a majority of the event at Dover before the rainout came into play. However, Catherine Lake, when she has driven this car, no disrespect, it's been a little bit of struggle for her behind the wheel. Now, a lot of the issues that she has had this year have really not been her fault, but still, she's running at an oval, which is cool. She's going to do double duty this weekend, but I really do not expect Catherine Lake to be a factor in any way, shape, or form. I think she's going to struggle a little bit this weekend and not have the pace and speed to contend for the potential victory this weekend, and will not run very well at this track of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 Pennzoil 250. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this week in Indianapolis Motor Speedway is a driver of the 25 car for AM Racing, Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton so far 2025 has been one of the most named drivers who has been overachieving in equipment so far this year. This 25 car is a playoff contender currently at the moment. He has a really solid chance and opportunity to make the playoffs. Has been doing a lot better than Haley Deegan. And remember correctly at Pocono, I think Harrison Burton had a really good run. And of course has won there formally in ARCA back in 2017 or 2018. I think Harrison's going to be a pretty big factor. I think he's going to have a solid chance and a strong opportunity for a really good run. And realistically, I think he will contend for a top 10 finish this weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Indianapolis is a driver 39 car for RSS Racing, Ryan Sieg. Ryan Sieg and this 39 team have had a couple decent runs as of late. He scored a top 10 finish at Dover, and at the most recent track kind of similar to this, that being Pocono, he ran exceptionally well. Ran top 5 and top 10 all day, and generally had one of the fastest cars on the racetrack, and he had a long run. He could have been a factor against guys like Connor Zilisch and Chase Elliott and Justin Allgaier as well. I think Ryan Sieg is going to have a pretty solid run. I think they're going to bring the pace and speed over to that RSS Racing team this weekend. I think he's going to be strong, and I think he'll be solidly and very quick for sure this weekend. I think we'll have a very solid and a good run in this number 39 car this weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 Pennzoil 250. Who am I picking to win? Before Monday, I had another pick for this weekend. because the guy I was originally going to pick has been exceptional in the NASCAR Xfinity Series over the course of the last couple months. But on Monday, my pick changed for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race because there's one guy coming in that I think can actually be the guy who's been the hottest guy in Xfinity Series as of late, and it's a guy who's won here previously in the NASCAR Cup Series. I am picking the driver of the number 17 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson, to pick up, I believe, his 15th or 16th career NASCAR Xfinity Series win and his third Xfinity Series win of 2025. Kyle Larson comes in, of course, as the defending winner of the Brickyard 400. I think he's obviously the favorite to win that event, and Kyle Larson has been really good at Indianapolis Motor Speedway throughout his career at this point. I think, especially with the experience, running that really nice special scheme he's going to run, I think that's going to carry a ton of momentum for Kyle Larson this weekend. I think he's going to have a really strong run. I think he will be the one to get it done. I think he's going to stop the dominance of a certain driver we'll talk about in just a second. I think that Kyle Larson will be the driver that will go to victory lane in the 17 car where he's already won this year at Bristol. I think he goes to victory lane at Indianapolis. And now we're going to go ahead, jump on the drivers need to watch out for this weekend at Indy. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway is a driver of the 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch, over the last 8 races, has been phenomenal and exceptional. 3 wins in the last 8 events at Pocono, a track very similar to this, Dover, and also Sonoma, and he's had 8 straight consecutive top 5 finishes. Average finish is like a 2.1 or like a second place finish at this point. He's been the fastest driver in Xfinity over the last couple months, and I think that could continue for Connor. I think he minimum will score another top 5, and maybe he'll have a good chance and opportunity. I think he's going to be really fast at Indianapolis. The second driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Indy is a driver of the 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier comes into this weekend, I believe, being the only previous winner in the Xfinity Series at this track with a win back in 2018. And Justin Allgaier was very fast at Pocono, a track very similar when it comes to the difference of the track. I think he is going to be really good this weekend. The 17s has some inconsistencies as of late, but I think Justin Allgaier will have a very fast and strong car. He's trying to hang on to that regular season championship lead with Connor Zilisch closing in very, very quickly. I think he'll be very, very good this weekend at Indianapolis. The third driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Indy is a driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Eric Almirola. Eric Almirola last weekend at Dover was really, really strong, and especially may have had the fastest car on the long run, but never really got the chance and opportunity to take the race lead. But I do expect that Eric is going to be good. Remember last year in this race, Almirola was 1 corner away from picking up his 3rd or 4th Xfinity win at that time of the season. I think Eric is going to be extremely good this weekend. I would not be surprised if Eric scores his 2nd Xfinity Series win of the year. Of course, picked up the win at Phoenix in a little bit of controversial fashion, but I do think he'll be very, very good this weekend at Indianapolis. The fourth driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Indy is a driver 00 car for the Haas factory team, Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed is in the same organization that won this race last year, and it was extremely dominant. And I expect Sheldon Creed to be really, really good. He wasn't as good at a track like Pocono, but I think that because of how good this team was at Indianapolis last year, I think they're going to be as good this weekend. I think Creed could have a potential opportunity to score his first NASCAR Xfinity win. He was pretty good here last year as well, if I remember correctly. So I expect Sheldon Creed to be a factor. I think he's going to have a solid chance and a strong opportunity for a great run this weekend at Indianapolis. And the fifth and final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Indy is a driver of the 2 car for Richard Childress Racing, Jesse Love. Jesse Love, extremely quick at Pocono, really fast throughout the season, having a really solid year. Honestly, probably should have 2 wins, if not for the disqualification at Rockham. He'd already have 2 wins this year. But Jesse Love came up second and came runner, finishing behind his best friend and buddy, known as Connor Zilisch. I think Jesse Love is going to have a very, very fast car. The RCR cars have been inconsistent at times throughout the year. I think Jesse Love will be a factor and will have a strong chance and opportunity to score his 2nd win of 2025 and his first ever non-super speedway win in Xfinity competition. So, those are my race 6 for the 2025 Pennzoil 250 at Indianapolis. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Sammy Smith, Catherine Legg. My underdog picks are Harrison Burton, Ryan C. My winner's pick is Kyle Larson. And the ones to watch out for, Connor Zilisch, Justin Allgaier, Eric Almirola, Sheldon Creed, and Jesse Love. Those are my race picks. So that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Pennzoil 250 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me to Facebook and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go to the board that and combo your picks for this weekend's Xfinity Series race at Indy. Who are your race picks? Let me know them. Let me know your suck picks, your underdog picks, and your winners pick. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have race picks for the 2025 Brickyard 400. We're also probably maybe going to have the paint scheme video as well dropping tomorrow for all the paint schemes. Then, of course, on Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news. We discuss the news over the course of the last couple of days. We'll talk about San Diego. We'll talk about the Cog, Inspire, and Daniel Suarez rumors as well around Legacy Motor Club. We're going to have content coming out. People like Haley Deegan, Shane Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Cletus Farn, Dodge Ram, Frankie Muniz, other things like Cog, you name it. We'll talk about all that stuff. Ryan Priest, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, you name it. All the good stuff we talk about on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.